Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, welcome to the first day of the 7 days of gratitude. So, the other day, about 4 or 5 days ago, I was expressing on my Instagram stories and Facebook stories how I was feeling for the day and like how much gratitude that I was in and that I've been in, right? And I did a little poll on my Instagram and Facebook stories, and I said, hey, maybe I should do 7 days of gratitude. Would you like to join me? Are you down for 7 days of gratitude? And so several of you responded and said, you are down for 7 days of gratitude. So here we are. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of background. I explained it I did a YouTube video a couple of weeks ago, and it was talking about, like, I think it was the 5 things I did to cope with anxiety. I want to say it was 5 or 7 things. I think it was 5 things. And one of those things was being in gratitude, right? Like the actual intentional practice of being in gratitude. So I'm going to like get into all of that. So, and I took some notes because I really want to make sure I laid the proper foundation and I don't want to forget what I have to say. So if you see me looking down, that's what's happening. But anyways, so you can go to my YouTube video and check that video out to give like more details. But just to give a little bit of backstory here for those of you who have not seen that video and who aren't interested in going to YouTube, quite frankly, over the years, I've heard about gratitude, being in gratitude, the importance of being in gratitude. I'm just like, okay, so being in gratitude is essentially just being like, just thankful for something, right? And it goes a little bit deeper than that, actually a lot deeper than that. But so I would see my friend Stacey Flowers, and if you guys don't follow her, make sure you follow her. And she would do these gratitude walks in the morning. And I remember that she had gotten like really, really, really sick. And she would do these gratitude walks. And I'm like, oh, that's great. And I would just hear how happy and excited she was. And she would say like how much her life was transforming and how she like transformed out of her bodily and mental illness, by practicing gratitude. So I am like a root cause girl. So I don't just like take something someone tells me and say, okay, that's great, I'm gonna do it. Like I gotta research. Like I have to research. I gotta dig in it. I gotta find my own stuff. Like, because what may work for somebody else may not work for me, right? And I have plenty of friends who are doing wonderful things, but it's like you have to find what works for you, right? So at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, I was really in a slump. It was just a bunch of like personal stuff going on. And again, I did some other YouTube videos about that too, about when I dealt with some anxiety and I had a panic attack, right? But anyway, so I was just going through some stuff and it was really taking a toll on me. And I'm like, you know what, let me just try this gratitude walk. And I started doing, at first I couldn't even say what I was happy about, or what I was in gratitude about, but eventually I got around to it. Long story short, it ended up like completely, like just changing my thinking and changing my mind about my life and about life, period. And so much has changed, right? Like so much has changed since then. So I have like really dug deep into this. And it's funny because when I was telling Stacey about this stuff and I was like, hey, like, listen, like, I've really been digging in this stuff and I'm talking to her about it. And she's like, you know what? All that is amazing and that's good. I didn't go that deep, but hey, I know why it like for real works. So, and then I've been talking to a few of my other friends about it. And like, I have another friend in particular, I'm not going to say her name. She may not want me to reveal who she is. But she was going through some stuff and I'm like, listen, she was like, Achie, I don't want like a super religious like answer. Like just tell me, like I need you to tell me something. Like what I just feel like I need to hear from you. What I need to answer. And I'm like, listen, you need to get into gratitude. And I like explained it to her because she was just really in a funk, right? And like literally, like as I kind of explained to her how to do it, and it's like mentally what it does to like your brain, your conscious and subconscious brain, like what it does to it. She was just like I had no idea. And you can tell, like, and she even admitted that like her outlook on life is just completely different. And like, she's a lot more happier. It's not that her situation changed. It's that the way she looked at her situation changed, right? So let's get into this. I don't want this video to be too long. All right. So the research that I found about what it does for your brain. Okay, so it literally gives you a natural high, like for real. Like you cannot, for me, what I do, like I still do my gratitude walks, but like I will also, like when I'm on my way to the gym, like 5 o'clock in the morning, I roll all the windows down and I am just in my groove, right? So I'm like just going down the list of things that I'm grateful for, things that I'm excited about, things that I already have, that's already here, that's manifested already, and then things that I am waiting to manifest. I'm like excited about it because I know that literally it has already happened, right? It's already happened in the spiritual realm, and I know that, and I'm just waiting on it to get here to earth, right? So for it to manifest itself here on earth. So it's super exciting, right? But it literally gives you like a natural high. But like scientifically speaking, because I always like to again do my research to really find out, okay, what is spiritually happening? What is like physically happening? What's scientifically happening? What is really going on with this, right? So gratitude changes the molecular structure of your brain, literally, all right? And it also releases dopamine and serotonin, the two crucial neurotransmitters responsible for your emotions that make you feel good. They enhance your mood immediately, making you feel happy from the inside out, which means that this can have a positive effect against stress, anxiety, and depression, right? Guys, we have a lot of funky thoughts that go on through our brain. And if we just let them, like, I didn't realize that was happening with me when I was going through all my mess, but it's like, you have these thoughts in your brain, and I didn't display it on the outside, but they were going on the inside, and I was literally just swimming in them. Like there was no point I was like, well, I'm just thankful. Blah, blah, blah. I was irritated, and it was you find yourself swimming in your negative thoughts. That is a recipe for disaster. Okay, so that is what it does for your brain. Also, they did a study was done. They did 2 groups of people, right? So they split the group in half, and they asked one group of people to write what they were grateful about. I don't remember how long the study was, maybe a week or so, something like that. And they asked them to write what they were happy and grateful for, right? And then the other group, they asked them to write what they were not happy about. And at the end of the study, there was a distinct difference in the mood, the attitude, like the emotions of the people. Like literally, like one group was just kind of somber, right? The other group literally was happier, more cheerful, had a more optimistic outlook on life. So it really truly makes a difference. And so now I'm going to tell you, okay, let me go back. So I want to tell you what it has literally done for me. I think that I know that it has deepened my faith. And what I mean is that it makes me more aware of the blessings that I have. And I don't mean like the stuff. I mean just like I have my life, right? I have my family, I have my husband, I have my son, I have friends, I have a business, I have coaching clients. Like I'm excited and I'm thankful, you know what I mean? And I just when you're in a funk, you're not so quick to be thankful for those things, right? You just kind of focus on what's wrong. So that's the other thing. It literally shifts your focus from what you are not experiencing to, wait a minute, but I am experiencing A, B, C, D, E. You know what I'm saying? So it literally shifts your focus and your perspective. So also, okay, so when it comes to my faith, and again, I took some notes, so if I'm trying to follow my notes because I think I got ahead of myself. All the videos will not be this long, but I have to lay this foundation because the other 6 videos are just going to be kind of quick, like get into gratitude quickly, right? All right, so when I say it deep in my faith, so I grew up in the church, right? So I've heard about faith my entire life, but I have to say that I'm really just now getting. I'm not going to be afraid to say that. I'm not going to be afraid to say it. I'm just not really getting it. Yeah. I feel like it was times in my life where I did have faith and I did see things change. But it was almost like haphazard faith. haphazard faith. That's it. It's like sometimes things would work, or sometimes I would have like crazy faith around some things. And then sometimes I'm like, I'll say I have faith, and then deep inside I'm like, it ain't gonna really work. You know, so that's what I mean by like haphazard faith. So I think that I've had haphazard faith, and I think that just learning about the importance and the practice of gratitude, I don't have haphazard faith anymore. I just don't. And if something is not, if I'm believing for something and it hasn't got here yet, I just keep believing it till it comes. And I believe that I learned from someone like this or something greater, right? So if it's not this, I'm just going to believe something greater is coming. And like, that's like the consistency of faith, right? Like not having the haphazard faith, but having the consistent faith to know that that can literally transform like every single area of your life, right? So that's what I think that it did for me. And I think learning how to really be in gratitude, like for real, be in gratitude. And let me tell you what that means. So really being in gratitude is not just simply saying, oh yeah, I'm thankful for that. Thank you so much. Like, yeah, okay, God, thank you for my life. And oh yeah, thank you that, you know, I have a husband, and oh man, I'm just thankful I do have a roof over my head. And yeah, I do want a new car. I do want this new position, or I do want to start this business. And oh yeah, I'm just thankful for that. No. Being in gratitude is like you're literally igniting your feelings. You're igniting your mind, your body, your soul, your energy. You're igniting everything as if it's already happened. I mean, the Bible talks about this clearly, right? And I mean, other spiritual books talk about this as well. But it's like being in faith. Like I subscribe to the Bible, right? So it tells you that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? So I've said that my whole life, but what did it really mean to me? So for me now, it's like, okay, you have to, when you're in gratitude, you have to be thankful as if it already happened, like for real. So if I come up to you and I give you a bouquet of roses, you're not going to say, oh, thank you for the roses. You're going to say, oh my gosh, thank you for the roses. Like, man, thank you for thinking of me. These are gorgeous. Like your whole emotion is going to be lifted. Your whole, like everything about you is going to be like more elevated than if you really didn't get the roses, right? So you have to, when you're in gratitude, so when I'm doing my gratitude practice, I am literally like thanking God, or whatever you believe. But for me, I thank God in my gratitude, like as if it's already happened. So I'm thanking God for the things that I have, for the things that I'm already experiencing. And I'm thanking God for the things that I believe for in the same energy as if I already have it, right? So let's say I have my house, but I'm believing for a new house. So I'm thankful and so gracious for the house that I have, but I'm also equally, actually more excited for my new home. I'm through the moon about it. And it's not about being fake. It's about igniting yourself and your emotions to the point your brain doesn't know the difference, right? So it's like you have to convince your mind that it's already happened, because technically it already has. It's already happened. That's another lesson for another day, but it's already happened. It just has to manifest itself like in the physical realm. So today, really quickly, as I end this video, what I am thankful for today, and what we're going to do, we're going to be thankful for something. You're going to pick something every single day that you're thankful for, and you're just going to focus on that throughout the day. And like as many times as you can ignite excitement around being thankful for that, that's what you want to do. So today, I am extremely grateful for my life and my body. I am extremely grateful that I am here on this earth. I am extremely grateful for my vocal cords, for all of my organs, for health and vitality. I am grateful that I am disciplined to eat foods that fuel me, not foods that feed me, right? It's a difference. I am just thankful that I'm in the absolute best shape of my life, right? See, that's one of those things. Right now, I'm not. But I am thanking God as if like that's my reality right now. So I am just so happy and thankful for that. And I am happy and thankful and grateful that you guys are here with me, and that we're going to continue on this journey for the next 6 days. So again, the other videos won't be this long. It's going to be really quick. And I'll see you tomorrow.